Q&A for a bit. Got a bit of time. Any questions? Fire away, guys. Still trying to get to grips with this. Randy Payne, I'm here. Yes, you there? I'm here. Let me just make sure all messages are visible. Last time, a couple weren't available. Any questions, guys? Let me know. Could be anything. Talk politics if you want. Whatever you want to talk about. I'm here. I'm here for a bit. Got a bit of time to kill. Randy Payne, been on TRT for 18 weeks, starting to develop tenderness under the nipple. Oof, could be dose related. Diet is a big thing. Are you having a lot of dairy in that diet as well? Keep a close eye on that. And are you prone to getting this anyway? There's quite a few things to factor in. I wouldn't take AIs. Definitely don't do that. Check your dosage first. There's loads of other things. In fact, I did a video the other day about Proviron. Check that out. That will give you some tips in there to hopefully reduce that tenderness under the nips. Scott Morgan, yes, mate. Just started taking this seriously. I'm 99.3. 99. Bro, that's a funny way to write it. 9.3 stone. I can't get above it. I'm guessing it says he's 9 stone. Wants to add weight. Scott Morgan, very simple. Eat, get on a good diet, and if you don't want to get fat, hire a coach. I don't know about the links in this description, but head over to my page. In fact, you know what? I've got another one for you as well. If you want to add some weight, I've done a 12-week muscle building program. If you head over to fadihussein.com, 12-week muscle building program, it's £100, just £100 it is. And it's got everything in there, sets, reps, training, diet, everything you need to gain muscle is in there. I can't put the link in this description, but if you go to any of my videos, the link will be there. fadihussein.com. Check it out, mate. It's there. £100 it's priced at. And that will get you massive, especially if you're 9 stone. No mass, just tender. I don't know what you mean by that, mate. What I'm trying to say is diet. You need to sort your diet out. That's one of the main culprits. It can't just be the testosterone. And if it is just the testosterone, how much are you taking? What TRT are you taking? And what are you taking for TRT? Because there's a lot of people get that mistaken. I have guys inbox me saying, I'm on 2 shots of sus a week for TRT. And I'm like, that is not TRT. 2 shots of sus a week is not TRT. No man, man boobs, nose, swelling of the nipples, just like tenderness under nipple. Should I stop taking testosterone? No, definitely not. Get it checked out. There's another issue why that is happening. You need to know, mate, here's the thing, right, with testosterone and TRT. Don't try and self-diagnose yourself. Go to a professional, get it checked out, see what the issue is. I do consultation for this. I do the coaching for this on my website. This is what I do. And it's for guys like Randy who are struggling with it. You shouldn't have any tenderness. You shouldn't have it. This is not a steroid cycle. This is TRT only. There is no way by taking TRT should you be getting any gyno. Zero. So unless you're naturally prone to gyno, then we can keep off the gyno, or we can hold off getting gyno if you sort the diet out, the training out, the cardio out. There's a lot of other things to it than just taking TRT and that's it. We're good to go. There's a lot that goes into it. Can't just be taking TRT and not doing everything else right. There's a lot that your body goes through. You have to figure it all out. So I'll just wait and see for the next questions to come in. TRT, 200 testosterone, Cypionate, take 1 mm in 2 shots per week. 1 mm. I don't know what that 1 mm means. 1 millimeter is mm. I don't know. I'm assuming you're going to say 100 milligrams twice a week. Who's got you on that? What's your current body fat level? We need to know. It's so much. This is what I mean. Why, when a lot of people inbox me and say, I'm on this, what shall I do? Bro, it ain't that simple. It ain't that simple. You need to know. Look, I'm not here to try to sell you anything. Don't hire me. I don't care. Don't hire me. Hire someone you think is going to tell you the right thing to do. You can't just self-diagnose yourself. It doesn't work like that. You need to get your diet in check, the training in check, the sleeping in check. Make sure your blood tests are bang on before you start anything. Daniel Thacker sounds like 1 mil split into 2. Yeah, but I think that's what he does mean. But still, why 1 mil? Where's this magical 1 mil come from? You know, where have you heard that? Where does everyone get this thing from? And Cypionate, who told you to take Cypionate for TRT? I don't get it. I don't get why people do that. How's it going, my brother? Any good advice on how to build a good upper chest? Yes. Incline bench. That's all you need to do. Incline bench. I would say as heavy as possible. I've got an instructional video on my YouTube for the incline bench. Click on the exercise selection. It'll be there. It's about 20 minutes long. Watch that. All the key points are there, mate. And also, I've also done a video if you have lagging body part, train it every single day. So for incline bench, what I would do is I'd put your feet on a bench and then do press-ups on the floor. So you're emulating an incline bench and do them every single day. Bang out 100 press-ups every single day. Nah, just stick to barbells, man. You want to use maximum weight. When it comes to the lagging muscle group, you want to lift the maximum weight. So if you think about it, you can lift more weight, or you should be able to lift more weight in a barbell than dumbbells. So stay the hell away from dumbbells when you're trying to build a big pec, big chest. Do the barbell only. That's what I recommend anyway. Randy Payne, MI. Bro, I don't know what code you're using, man. You said a couple of things today, which I don't get what you're on about. I really don't. MI, I don't know what it means. Is it code for something? Am I being a bit silly here? I don't know. But Randy, honestly, hit me up. Get on a consultation call. We can figure this out. But Cypionate for TRT, my doctor told me to take. Yeah, there you go. So then if you are getting nips, you need to go and speak to your doctor, Andy, because he's the man who put you on that course, and he will tell you. I've never to this day put anyone on any course that's going to get them puffy nips. I never put anyone on anything like that. So he should have been guiding you the right way. Clearly, he hasn't been doing his job. So Randy, go there, speak to him, see what he's doing, why he's put you on Cypionate, why he thinks Cypionate is the best one to do. Just because when TRT first came about, everybody was taking Cypionate. That's what it was. But we all know now is there's better stuff out there to take than Cypionate. Even though Cypionate is very close to Testosterone Fake, but makes all the difference if you take the right stuff. Respect my brother, appreciate your advice, always keeping it real, and appreciate you guys commenting, because if nobody was commenting, I wouldn't be on this live. So thank you very much, Don King. Good name though, Don King, bro. I don't know what kind of hairstyle you got, but I hope you ain't got the real Don King hairstyle. Yo, bro, going a few weeks to Turkey shopping time. In a few weeks, Turkey shopping time. Oh, okay, Michael. Yes, Michael. Yeah, I'm actually myself going to Turkey in a few weeks as well. In 3 weeks. Whereabouts in Turkey going, Michael? Because I'm actually going myself. After Eid, I'm literally, I think it's Eid day or the day after Eid, I'm off to Turkey myself. Whereabouts in Turkey are you heading? I'm going to Marmaris. And I will also be doing some shopping out there. If Michael, if you don't know what me and Michael are on about, not sure why sponsors our trip. Good lad. That is what I like. When I ask a guy, how are you getting there? Where are you going? And someone replies, I don't know. Someone's booked it. That's a real G right there. Respect, Michael. And enjoy your shopping trip out there. Enjoy your shopping. because it's a great place to get some shopping in. Stock up. I always do. I always stock up for the year. And at the minute, a friend of mine was just there not long ago, actually, and he purchased some stuff. So they've got some good stuff in at the minute, some really good stuff in. So enjoy that. Like I said, I'm also going to be there, and I will also be doing my shopping trip when I'm there. For a whole year, I don't want too much. Yeah, for a whole year, yeah, about that. You don't need much. I mean, if you think about it, if you're taking TRT dose, let's say on average you're taking 1 mil a week, then you'll only need 5 boxes, so 50 vials, and you're good to go. And when you're buying it out there, it's very cheap anyway. Well, it's not very cheap, but it's cheap enough. It's cheaper than it is in the UK, so it's worth buying out there. Stock up. At least you have the peace of mind to know it's real. That's the main thing. When you're going abroad and you buy gear, you know you have the peace of mind, and that peace of mind is just everything to me. I'd rather pay over the odds a little bit. Bushcraft with L. Hi, Fadi. How's it going? I'm on TRT prescribed from doctors. I did some bloods a few years back and came up low. I take gel form and changed my life, to be honest. Can TRT affect fertility at all? Okay, there's a few questions in there. Did some bloods and came up low. So, okay, first of all, if your TRT is low, I wouldn't recommend gel. The gel is not something, there's a lot of studies done on gel. It's not the best thing to do. If anything, it will never bring your test back up. And if you're worried about fertility on gel, you ain't got an issue. If you're worried about fertility when you are on TRT, you shouldn't have an issue. But just like there is a protocol for low testosterone called TRT, there is also a pregnancy protocol available online as well. I can also guide you through that. Again, link in the description. But do not worry about it. Females, on the other hand, do have an issue where they can get to a point where they become, unfortunately, infertile. Guys, on the other hand, even if you have a sperm count of 0, there's always a way. There is always a way. They will figure it out. They'll do it. They can figure shit out. So don't worry about it. And those people that say, does high doses of steroids cause the fertility issue? Ronnie Coleman's got 10 kids. That's it right there. Just stop it there. Arnold Schwarzenegger, anyone, bro. You name a bodybuilder, they've all had kids. A good friend of mine, he's heavily on gear at the minute, and he's knocking on his 3rd kid right now. So it doesn't matter. I myself was on cycle, competition cycle. So that's really heavy, as you know. When my daughter was, how do they say it? Is it conceded? Is that what you say? Yeah. So don't worry about it. Do not worry. And if you are worried, then there is ways to fix that. What's the difference between TRT and Anavar? Not much. Like, TRT just basically means testosterone replacement therapy. All you're trying to do is bring your natural testosterone back to where it should be. That's all it is. That can be done in multiple different ways. You can use Anavar to do it. It's not advisable. I wouldn't do it on its own, but it can be done. Many people have done it successfully. Wife doesn't sponsor that shopping, but it's okay. No, I'm sure she wouldn't. So keep taking the same amount of testosterone and cut out the AI. Randy, it's so hard for me to answer that question, and I hope you can, appreciate what I'm trying to say here. But without me getting the full facts, your weight, your age, the reasons why you're taking it, your blood work, your height, everything, I need to know a lot in order for me to say, yeah, Randy, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to take out. This is what you should add in. So it's very difficult. And the fact that you've already got a doctor who's prescribed you something, it's hard for me to then come on board and say, right, what this guy's doing is wrong. Again, like I said, if you want to get on a call with me, I will talk you through it and I'll help you the best I can. But it's hard for me to, just to give a whole, that's a whole consultation. That will literally take an hour to go through everything. I'm sure you can appreciate it. It does take quite a bit of time. Michael, maybe sperm count is less, but you have more bullets when you are on TRT and you can bang more, so more chances to have a kid anyway. Agree, bro. Agree. Yeah, no, the TRT, a lot of guys do have that issue, and they do have that worry as well. But here's the thing, though, and I'm sure you guys will agree with me as well. How many friends do we know or family members do we know that can't have kids, that haven't had kids, and they're not on gear? I've got a very good friend of mine who's never been to the gym. He's struggling right now to have kids. In fact, I don't want to mention any names, but I have like 2-3 friends in that situation at the minute. And I've said to them, look, there's ways to do it, but you know, they're not into the whole enhanced kind of thing. So maybe one day they'll come to me and say, look, bro, we're ready for the help. Ready to, you know, tell us what is the best way to do it, and we will probably do it. But at the minute, they've still got that thing in their head. Oh no, we'll do it naturally. But bro, sometimes naturally just ain't the way, man. It just ain't the way sometimes. Thanks for the advice, dude. Always watch your videos. Your advice is very similar to my dad's, who in his time was a bodybuilder, real one. Man, appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate when guys say stuff like that. And look, I opened this channel because I saw so much garbage on the internet. Look at the internet, you think this guy's wrong, that guy's wrong, he's saying this, he's saying that. And I just looked at it, I thought, you don't need all this information. There's so much misinformation as well. I know there's a lot of guys out there already, to name a few. Derek Dates, More Plates, More Dates. There's Vigorous Steve, who's a very good friend of mine. Actually, I know him on a personal basis. Very, very cool guy. Sound as hell. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. And he's got, you know, plenty of time if you meet him on a day. He lives in Bangkok. Great guy, amazing guy. You know, I met him this is before the whole Liver King and before he got very popular. I was in Thailand in 2016 or 17. I was there, and I just literally bumped into him at the gym, spoke to him, started getting to know him. And this is before I think he was even on social media. And now he's killing it. He is one of the most knowledgeable guys in the game when it comes to gear. And I just feel that there's already a market for that. So if you want to learn about what compounds and what biomechanics, you know what I'm trying to say, the whole science and the research and stuff, he's your guy. When it comes to me, I'm more real. I like to give more real advice in the sense where I like to be like, okay, this is how I've been brought up. This is what I've taken. This is my test results on this. This is what I feel about this. And I try to keep away from the science, even though the science is there always. But I don't try to go into the science. Try to keep it very basic. How long does it take to feel the effects of Proviron on TRT? I've just started Proviron to Monday. I would say immediately. I'd say 2 to 3 days, which is pretty much immediately when it comes to this game, as you know. So I would say, yeah, you'd feel it straight away. Randy, thanks for the advice. I'm 62 and 6'4", 180 pounds. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, you definitely would need. What did you say the issue was again? Gyno at 62. Randy, have you ever had that issue before? If you haven't, then I definitely try Proviron. That's a big thing. I definitely try that first. And your weight seems sound. 180 pounds for a 6 foot guy is not overweight by any means. I'd say you're in quite decent shape. But one thing, Randy, you're on TRT, and that's the main thing. That is good. You know. That is good. Okay, not 6'2". Right, okay, cool. Okay. I meant 62. I meant your age is 62. Is that right? That's what I was trying to get at. Yo, Fadi, what do you think of cycling off TRT for like a month or two per year? I have done it in the past, so I'll tell you how I started it first. I used to do TRT for like 6 months. And then I used to come off for 3 months. And around the first month, I was doing HCG, Clomid, Novadex, all the antiestrogens. You know, I was a bit silly back then as well. I was doing all this stuff. Then came month 2 and then month 3. And that was the period where muscles started looking flatter. Didn't feel that good when I was training. And I'll tell you one of the main things that happens to me. So when I'm on TRT, I sleep 5 hours, 6 hours, and I'm up as if I've slept 12. When I'm not taking TRT, where this period that you're talking about, this 1 or 2 months period a year that you come off, if you do want to off cycle, I sleep for 10 hours and it ain't even enough. I'm knackered. I can't get through my workouts. The cardio's affecting me. My sleep is all over the place. My diet, my appetite is all over the place. I'm just not feeling healthy. I'm not feeling good. So I just refuse to do it. What I do instead, Chilo Banner, however you say that. What I do instead is I get blood work done. So I base everything off blood work. And if I need a break from jabbing, let's just say, I might just do Proviron for a month or 2 months and not jab anything. But I'll always keep something in, because why not? Why not? I'm not harming myself. This is the most important thing here. This right here. And the only person, contrary to popular belief, who can tell you that there's anything wrong with that or right with that is you. Nobody else. No psychiatrist, psychologist, whoever they are, is going to tell me that your mind isn't in check. That's on me. So you need to keep a close eye on that. So I always say, listen, why mess with your psychological health, your mental health? Why mess with all that? To what? To come off TRT for who? For what? To clean out, take some Anavor. Take 20 milligram of Anavor every day. Keep something in there. Don't go cold turkey. This is not healthy to go cold turkey. You'll feel depressed. You'll feel, I'll tell you one other thing as well. Clomid makes you feel depressed and suicidal. That is an actual side effect. So those people that say, I'm going to come off cycle and I'm going to take Clomid, Google Clomid side effects. It makes you feel depressed. And do you know what? I've felt that of Clomid. I've taken Clomid and I've thought, I feel horrible. What's going on here? So, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Don King, Fadi, brother, big respect. Always keep it real. Appreciate the videos. And please don't stop. Need warriors like you helping the brothers out. Thank you very much. I am doing my best with the warrior mindset. With the warrior thing, I have that thing. You got to turn on warrior mode. You got to switch it on. And the thing about, I want to make more videos about that. That's what I want to do. That's my main thing that I like doing. And I feel I have a lot of knowledge in that field. But I'm trying to just drip feed it little by little, because if I go too hard in that, I feel people might be, what's this guy talking about? But the reality is we need that now more than ever. More so than ever, we need to be told that we need to go through the pain. We need to go through the suck. We need to go through the hurt. And that is why when I talk about warriors, and I'm referring to the Bushido warriors or the Spartan warriors or the Islamic warriors or any warriors at any time, even, armies Genghis Khan and whatever. And they had that mentality. When you have that warrior mentality, outside interference doesn't matter. Your mental state is controlled by you only. Nobody else can control what you do or how you think. Only you. Doesn't matter what's going on outside. It's how you process it. And if you keep processing negative things in a good manner, you get better at it. You get used to it. And I often say this thing to, my daughter. I am hard on my daughter more than I'm hard on anybody else. Why? Because if I'm hard on her now, later on in life, when people are picking on her in school, when she's having a hard time, is she really going to be harder than the time I'm giving her? No. So everything else after that's going to be a breeze. So I'm conditioning her for the harsh realities of the world out there. Because nowadays, as we know, there's a big snowflake culture. Everybody is, virtue signaling. Oh, we're on the right side. They don't know where they really are. Everyone's sitting on the fence. They don't want to be on this side. They don't want to be over there in fear of, oh, this guy's done this or that guy's done. Bro, listen, we need people to no longer sit on the fence. You need to pick a side, stick to it, do what's right. Even if the majority don't agree with you, you need to do what's right. Always. It's very, very important. So I saw there was a market for that. Not a market in terms of can I monetize this market? No, I saw the fact that nobody else is teaching this. Nobody else is doing this. The youth are just all messed up. I thought, well, let me see if my voice can be heard. And thanks to you guys who are watching this, my voice is slowly getting heard. It's going to take time. It might take a year, might take 2 years, but we will get there eventually. Yeah, I hear you, mate. With the way the world is, unhealthy food, modern stressors, etc., it's a no-brainer to stay on TRT. Anyway, in my opinion, I see it as a proper life hack. It is, bro. 100% is a life hack. And those people, I'll give you an example. A very good friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, someone who I've worked with, someone who I've grown up with. He's a very alpha male in a sense, and he doesn't take TRT. He says, "Oh, I don't want to do it. It's cheating," and he has this misconception in his head that TRT is cheating. When who are you cheating? The government have said this is illegal. That is it. Nobody else has said it. Sports is banned in sports because Russia were taking the piss with it in the Olympics, whenever that was. And that's why it's banned in sport. They didn't want Russia to take home all the medals. And it still happens in sports. They just cycle on and off it. That's all it is. UFC, wrestling, whatever it is, they're all taking it. But going back to my friend, to give you the example, is people think that by taking something that's illegal in certain countries, it's cheating or it's wrong. Or as my friend says, that's not me. That's the liquid working, or that's the pills working. Listen, If you're taking something to increase your performance as a human, to think smarter, to act smarter, to do the right thing at all times, to go through the suck a little bit more than a normal person, it is a life hack. It 100% is a life hack. And I'm going to do it till the day I die. I'm going to make sure I do it the safest way possible. And I'm going to keep preaching it. And I'm going to keep telling people to do it because it's definitely helped me in my life, 100%. My missus on 41-year-old on TRT has changed her life. People forget about that. Please forget about me. Daniel, I'll be honest with you. I am not that educated when it comes to TRT for women. I know they need testosterone. I know they need it. I know they need certain hormones and certain stuff like that, especially when they go through menopause, they hit depression and stuff like that. But personally, I've never really looked into it. It's not been something for me to ever look into for that reason, to be honest. And same when it comes to female clients. Never really had a lot of female clients, never really felt the need to look at the menstrual cycle of women and see what the best things for post-pregnancy, postnatal, post this, post that. I just couldn't do it, to be honest with you. No offense, I couldn't do it. But you are right, there is a market for it. Women do need it as well because they go through the depression, they go through it just as much as guys, if not more, because I think women on a whole have not more weight on their shoulders in a sense, but in the household, especially bringing up the kids and stuff, the guys are out there. We've got to graft. We've got to make sure the food is on the table and it's warm, and make sure the roof there's no leaks in the roof. That's our duty. That's our job. And the women is the more nurturing, caring. That's their role. So they do have a more emotional kind of role than men. We can be a bit of a wreck. We can be very, stoic and just get to work. We know the task at hand. We know what we need to do. We're just going to go out there and get it done. That's it. There's no emotion involved in what we're doing. So it's okay if we feel a little bit sad. It's okay if we feel a bit depressed. It's okay if we feel a bit, down. We go and get the job done. That's what men should do. That's what, as men, that's what we should do. We shouldn't sit and cry about it. Women, they're more emotional than us. So I definitely agree with you on that they do need the TRT. I didn't know it existed. I don't know how they take it or whatever, but I do believe they do need it because they're in a very emotional state all the time, and they are there for that. It's strange that there's such a stigma with testosterone, but the doctors hand out antidepressants like hotcakes, bro, because it makes money. It's because it makes money. It's very simple. Follow the money. And also another thing as well, if you look at history, the people that have revolted in history in the past that have got together and caused, okay, let's go and let's overthrow this government. It's always been men. So, I mean, if you live in the UK like I do, even Boris Johnson mentioned we need to be more feminine. He said these words. We need more feminine approach to everything. Everything needs to be more feminine. And they keep on throwing this around, especially with the whole, thing going on nowadays. The agenda I'm trying to talk about. I don't want to get into it too much, but I've got my personal views on that. I agree with them to a certain degree, but I just don't believe they should push it on the kids. That's my only thing with that. And I don't believe that all men should be feminine. There's feminine men and there's masculine women. That's a fact. I'm not denying that. But I don't believe it should be pushed down your throats. I don't think we need to talk about it as much as they're talking about it now. And they do want men to just be weak at them. That's all they want. They just want men to be weak. And what that causes is it's easy to control weak men. You control weak men, you cover everything. You're done. You don't need to worry about anyone stepping up. And then if there's like one guy out of a million who stands out and says, no, we need to start and revolt. We need to go and do this. We're not settling for this. We're not settling for that. And he turns around and he's got no one behind him because everybody's weak. Classic example. 2 years ago, they said to everybody, stay at home. Don't take this thing. Sorry, you're going to catch this thing and you're not going to be able to travel if you don't take the injection. And you know what I did? I paid for mine. I paid for it because I didn't want it. I knew it was just garbage. And did anybody get up and do anything about it? No. Nobody. Everybody sat at home and just listened. Oh, let's not go out in case we die. Let's not go out. Everyone just sat at home and took it. I was going to say on the chin, but I want to say up the dry. No Vaseline. Just sat there and took it. Do you think this would have happened 30 years ago when testosterone was high in men? No, it wouldn't have happened. But the reason it's happening now is because testosterone's dipped. Guys are sat there and thinking, oh, yeah, do you know what? It's okay. We're cozy at home. We're getting furloughed. We're getting paid. Everything's all right. It's all right. My business shuts down. I'm going to get a grant from the government anyway. Well, where are those grants now? What's happening with those grants now? You have to pay them back, aren't you? Through energy. That's how you're supposed. That's where we're paying them back now. So it's shocking. I just see as one of them things, if you're health conscious, you know about TRT. Most people don't have a clue. Just bob along. Yeah, they don't. They haven't got a clue. I am surprised that so little people know about this. 25 milligram a week, I'm assuming that's for the females. Fadi, do you think that America making testosterone harder to get for people will pass on to other countries? 100%. I made a I didn't make a YouTube video about it. I made an Instagram video about it, a very brief one, to say that we follow suit with America. Everything America does, we do. We follow America, especially on some things, but when it's come to legalizing that, it hasn't happened yet. But TRT definitely was going to follow through. So once they did the online is it called prescriptions or telemedicals, whatever it is. What I'm trying to say is you could just put in prescription online. They give you a call, they diagnose you over the phone, and then you could get your testosterone replacement from any TRT clinic set up around America. Now you have to go and visit your telemedicine. That's the one. Now you have to see a doctor in person every month. They do your checks. It's going to be harder and harder to get, and they're not going to pass that over to the UK now. So what's going to happen to us guys in the UK? Nothing. The same Nebido, 4 mil in one day for 12 weeks. We all know that doesn't. Which scientist came out with that? Which medical professor, which medical research have they done to know that 4 mil in one day for 12 weeks is better than taking it every 3 or 4 days? Guys have been taking steroids since the 50s, 60s. Bodybuilders were taking steroids. Go and do the research over there. Go and listen to top medical professionals over there. Which professional did they get and do this research from? Where did they sit down and say, oh, do you know what? How we should do it? Let's not jab once a week. Let's not jab twice a week. Let's jab once in 90 days. How does that make sense? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So they ain't got a clue what they're talking about. These doctors they've lost it. And unfortunately, it's going to get worse. Stock up on your testosterone. Travel to countries that sell it. Thailand, Spain, Turkey, Greece, Egypt, Pakistan, India, if you can get there. I can't get into India. But travel to those countries and go and purchase it from there, because you're never, ever going to be able to get it in the UK. And if you can't get it, if it does become illegal to bring into the UK, figure it out, guys. Figure it out. I'm not going to say anything else. Fadi been training constantly, but had a hand injury. Martial art recovered. Been out of the gym for 2 weeks. Feel like shit. Hit the wall. Struggling to get back in. Need help, bro. Don, the best thing to do is get walking. If you have any injuries, get walking. You need to get walking, because it's the best thing to do. It just sends a signal to your body to start moving around. And there's another thing as well. If I can just grab it, it's over here. I am not just, you've seen as though you've asked. I have this product now. It's on my website. It's the Voodoo Floss Band. If you have a hand injury, what you're supposed to do is wrap it. And this is good for your tendons, your joints, your ligaments. You wrap it. You can put it on your elbow. I'm not going to do the whole demonstration over here, but you can literally go online, Google it, Voodoo Floss, put it on your elbow, warm up with this, do your rehab, do your prehab. Gets rid of tendonitis within a week. I can almost guarantee you've got any injuries, this is the thing. This is available from my website, by the way. If you go on any of my videos, in fact, not any of my videos, but if you go on the recent 2 videos that I've uploaded, the link is in the description at the top. It's called the Voodoo Floss Band. The website is fadihussein.com. I will personally ship this out to you. Personally ship it out. I've got an order prepped here, ready to go out tomorrow morning for somebody else. So I'm shipping these myself. I've got the whole stack over there. So I haven't got many left. I've got about just a bit over 100 left. But this is some guys who purchased it. I'm doing these by hand myself. So this is my first product. There's a few more to come. I was waiting on a few other products, but this is what landed first, the Voodoo Floss Band. And the reason why I'm making products like this is because this is what I use myself. I was using one over here, which is another brand, but I wanted my own brand because this just wasn't up to scratch. So I've got my own manufactured now. And please support me as well. Please support me. It will definitely help you, though, Don. It'll definitely help. There's my advert out of the way. Mate, yeah, it's not seem to celebrate weakness, but it's not the right approach. Breeding a generation people with no resilience. And yeah, I'm with you on the COVID. I'm not going to say that. Yeah, exactly. Do you know what? Do you know when I saw this coming? Can you remember when they started giving out participation medals at school? That was when I I just saw the shift. I thought something isn't right here. You can't be giving out participation medals. Listen, when I was at school, I was winning everything. Rugby, cricket, 100 meters, 200 meters, long jump, high jump. I was number one in every single thing, right? I would not settle for number two. Why would I settle for number two? And if I was number one and they were giving the same medal that I got to the guy who was 10th place, I'd be pretty peed off, mate. And those people that are doing it now can't do that. Please, can you put the link up? Don, if you go to my video that I shared this morning, there's a video that I put up today, which is titled, I don't even know what video it was today. Yeah, brown rice v white rice. Go onto the video. Link is in the description right at the top. It says Voodoo Floss Band. You can't miss it. And get one of those, mate. And I'll guarantee you, mate, honestly, I'll do your money back guarantee. It's that good. I swear by it. I wouldn't just buy this product. This wouldn't be my first product that I've bought for no reason. Trust me. I'm not making a lot of money on it, believe me. But it's a product I believe in. That's why I'm only going to sell products that I use and I believe in. Otherwise, I just wouldn't do it. So the link will be there. Any more questions, guys? I know there's like a couple of more people online. Any more questions, let me know. But Don, if you can't find it on the link, just type in fadihussein.com and the products. Click on products. There's coaching products and programs. Click on products. There's only one product available as of right now. That is where you'll find it, one product. So I'm going to do, I didn't realize it'd been 37 minutes. Thanks for giving me some questions to answer, guys. Otherwise, I'd been sat here on my own board. But any more questions, let me know. I'll probably run this up to 40 minutes. So anything else you guys want to ask, fire away. And I'll do my best to answer the questions. Or just talk and ramble on about some stuff. But yeah, you know, I'll just, I don't know how you can say his name, Silo Bana, I think it is. But yeah, we all know what happened. And I'm assuming you got yours done as well. Is that right? The NHS probably just prescribed it because they spend less money with appointments. I appreciate the NHS, but at the same time, let's not pretend their standard of care is amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's dropped recently, though, hasn't it? Let's be honest with you. It's dropped recently. If you can afford it, if you're in a good position, go private. I have moved my healthcare out of this country. I just do not. I refuse to go. I refuse to go anymore into this to any hospital over here. It's very. I would have to be like losing a leg in order for me to end up. But just do private if you can afford it. And if you can't afford it, here's a hack for you. Get some healthcare. Pay for healthcare. And with healthcare, you're going to pay a little bit of a premium a month. You might pay 30, 40 pounds. They give you a free iPhone or something like that. Sign up. Trust me, this is a big life hack. Sign up because you never know when, shit can hit the fan. You never know. Sign up. And then everything's private. So you get to go and do all your checkups private, your blood work private. You know, if you want an ECG, you can get that done private. Everything, I'd go for it that way. So invest a little bit. I know it's hard to do it. Nothing's wrong with you. You feel fresh. You feel good. Just do it. Just maybe pay for it monthly and just go and get a blood test every couple of months. Or just say there's something wrong with your breathing. Can you just check me out and go do a CT scan or whatever it is? Use it. Get your money's worth out of it. You're going to be able to do that. Always go private. NHS, man, is done. It's done. It's pretty much finished. I have a few friends who work for the NHS, doctors, and they're not enjoying it at the minute. They're not enjoying it. Wages are, I actually am surprised. I was very surprised to hear the wages in the NHS at the minute. I couldn't believe it. The nurses are getting paid peanuts. They're literally getting a bag of these a shift. Every shift they get. Thank you very much for coming, Miss whatever. Here is your pay packet. That's the pay packet for the nurses at the minute. And the doctor's pay packet isn't too far behind that. So it's shocking. The UK is in a sad state of affairs, unfortunately. United Kingdom, Great Britain is just not as great anymore. Not as great anymore. I enjoy it when I'm out of the country. I enjoy it more. That's the fact. I get you 100%. I'm a student 23, but still gone private for all my issues the last 3 years being spenny, but can't put. Yeah, bro, there you go, man. You're doing the right thing. I wish when I was 23, someone told me to do that because I didn't do it until late on. He said junior doctors get paid like £15 an hour, and he said he pays his cleaner more than that. You see what I mean? And this is no joke. This is no joke. Like I said, I've got guys my age. I'm almost 40. I've got guys my age who are medical professionals, and they hate it. Absolutely hate it. This was a job. This was a dream career for them when we were at school. We were at college. Can't wait to be a doctor. It's a big prideful thing. My mom and dad are going to be happy. My family's going to be happy. You know, everybody, the family's friends, everyone, your whole thing is going to be, oh, this guy's a doctor. We know a doctor. It's a big status thing. And then you're in the UK, you become a doctor in the UK. And what are you worth in the UK as a doctor? Not a lot. Nothing. And my advice to that friend was get yourself off to Saudi, get yourself off to Qatar, move to Dubai, move anywhere that's going to appreciate you more than the UK, because the UK, they don't appreciate anything. Private healthcare is a good shout. It certainly is, brother. I know a lot of people think that, oh, it's the NHS, we've got free healthcare. For what? You're going to queue up for like 10 hours now. I think another friend of mine went recently, he had some issue, just a minor little issue with his finger. 15 hours. 15 hours you're queuing up for what? And then you know what they say when you have an issue? Oh, come back tomorrow or something. Oh, it's not all right. It's not too bad. So it's not what it used to be, man. It's not the NHS, isn't the NHS what we remember. So, and what they were doing in the time of 2 years ago, I don't know what they were doing. I wasn't even in the country. I wasn't even allowed in the country at the time because I was abroad. I was living abroad at the time. And if you remember, all borders were shut. Even if you were a citizen of this country, it was hard to travel. So I just thought, you know what, I'm going to set up camp elsewhere. So I stayed abroad. I did not spend any time in this country during that period. I came back when they kind of eased off restrictions a little bit. I came back for 2 months and I was like, and it started lockdown. I was at the gym and then they locked down again. I think this was the third lockdown or whatever it was. And I was like, I'm gone. And I literally got on a plane and I just chipped. I went to Dubai and I just, no, to get it, I'm just going to come back when all this thing blows over. Not a political person, but all I can say is that I've done a number in the last 10 years. Yeah, bro, you know what? I don't want to get too political. I can get very political. I am a very political person, to be honest with you. But I don't believe in it. I don't vote. And the reason why I don't vote is because you're just picking the lesser evil. That's all it is. And there's no one worth voting for. That's the issue. Like, if you look at the country like that my mom and dad are from, Pakistan, I wasn't born there, I was born here. But there's a guy there, Imran Khan. If many of you, if you don't know him, he was an ex-cricketer as well. Noble, honest guy. And if I was to vote, I'd vote for him. He's the guy I'd vote for. And he's now being pushed out and all this kind of stuff as well. So he's the only person I'd probably voted for ever. But in the UK, would I vote for anyone? Would I waste my time getting up and voting for what? Nah, forget it. And people say, oh, you need to vote because it improves your credit rating. Bro, I don't need no credit. Simple as. And we need to vote because it improves you this. Listen, bro, I don't need nothing from this country. Nothing. They need to take my passport back if they want, bro. I can go to Thailand and get a passport. I can go to Dubai. I can go anywhere in the world and get a passport. I don't care. I don't need this. It doesn't mean nothing to me. Yeah, don't say anything. You'll get, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right, mate. Yeah, facts. They all are, mate. And do you know what? They all study the same school. And even these guys who are in the political party at the minute, I'll say something political. And I know you shouldn't make a statement just based off some TikToks that you see, but I'm going to say one. There's a guy at the minute in Scotland, and I believe he's from Pakistan originally, or like me, was born in the UK, but family's from Pakistan. And he came up and went, this was an old speech, probably was an old speech, I don't know. He went, there's no ethnic minorities in parliament. There's no ethnic minorities as judges. There's no ethnic minorities. But he went on to say there's no Pakistanis in all these jobs. I'm like, bro, Pakistanis make up less than 1% of whole Scotland. What do you expect? You can't just have people for the sake of it, just to diversify things. That's not how the world works. So when you have all these Caucasian politics, in a Caucasian country, in a Christian country. There's nothing wrong with that. So when I saw that speech from this guy who's now the prime minister or whatever he is of Scotland, I hated that. I thought, I don't like that. Don't be coming to another country and saying there's not enough of us. Nobody cares, bro. If you want to do something where your own people are, go to Pakistan, mate. Simple as. If I wanted to do something with a lot of Pakistanis, I'd move to Pakistan. I've had business partners in the UK, do you know, and I've had many business partners in the UK. Do you know how many of those have been Pakistani? Zero. Why? Because the majority of people here are Pakistani. It's simple as. So if you want to have Pakistani people, go to Pakistan. Simple. You can't stand in parliament and say there's not enough diversity over here. Bro, listen, the fact that you're there is more than enough. The fact that there's one person is more than enough. So these people are idiots, mate. I had Garfa, I'm best way. I'm assuming you're talking about the political issue I'm talking about. It's ridiculous, man. You know, you can't go around saying stuff like that. It's a Christian country, bro. Look at the history. People came here on whatever basis they came here on the work visas and whatever our mums and dads came here for, whatever it is. Yeah, they made a decent life or whatever they did. Don't sit and blame a government because there's not enough diversity in a government. There's not enough color in the government. I don't want there to be any color in the government because all of them are bloody hypocrites and they do stuff wrong anyway. So I'd rather not get tarnished with a bad, you know, in a bad light. Like for example, Sadiq Khan. Like, I wish he wasn't from Pakistan, bro. I wish they had some other guy. I wish he was like Nigerian or something. You know, go say something to those guys. So I'd rather they not. I hate all this political correctness and, you know, let's diversify everything. Let's all be so open and liberal to everything. No, bro. I ain't for me. Not into that. So, blabbed on a bit there more for a couple of more minutes. I thought I was going to end it at 40. I'm going to go 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. See if I can get anyone else. Yeah, that's just logic. And the fact that you're saying that as an ethnic minority says a lot. Totally agree. The best person should be picked for the job, not picked for the... Exactly. That's all I'm trying to say. Pick the right guy for the job. And if you think about it statistically, there's more English people in England. So there's going to be more English people in those high tier jobs. Simple. Don't sit there and complain about it. It ain't going to do nothing. Sitting and complaining is going to do nothing. And I don't even care. I literally don't even care about who the prime minister is. It doesn't make anything. They don't put no money in my pocket. I don't do no government grants. I don't do no loans. I don't do none of that stuff. You know, when you get adverts sometimes saying, did you own a BMW in the years of 2007 to 2016? You could be entitled. Bro, why? Why? I bought the car. I drove it around. There were no emissions in me. It didn't kill me. And I've sold the car now. So what? Now I need to go and chase this £2,000-3,000 that this insurance company is going to try and give me because I owned a Volkswagen around this period of time. Oh, are you with Barclays Bank? If you're with Barclays Bank around this time, you might be entitled to some compensation for. Why, bro? Why? I don't want it. I don't want their money, bro. Make your own money. Never signed on. Never did anything like that. I don't care who's in charge. I'm in charge. That's it. I'm in charge. How do I get my next meal? Me. If I don't eat, it's on me. If my family doesn't eat, it's on me. I don't blame nobody. Simple as. I do not blame nobody. I do not care who is in charge of Parliament at any given time. I don't care whether the pound's up or pound's down. I don't care what's going on in the world. I don't care what's happening with BRICS, if you know what I'm talking about. I do not care about any of that. I just care about me and my family. That's it. Thank you, bro. They get something out of it. It's the way they push it so hard. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. Fadi, if you was in charge, you would fix it in a week. I would. I'd sort it out, man. But you know what? Here's the thing. Look, I'm not alone. There's many guys like me. Look, you guys are watching this. You obviously agree with what I'm saying. It's frustrating seeing it. And I'm sick and tired of people saying, oh, have you seen what this policy is? Or have you seen what that policy says? Who cares about policies, bro? Who really cares? And Brexit and this and that. None of it is going to change. Nobody cares. Nothing gets done anyway. So, you know, and there's the guys like me, the guys who are talking like me, we get silenced anyway. If we talk too hard, we get silenced. We're not allowed to say anything. And how would I go about getting a job in Parliament? Imagine me turning up for Parliament. They wouldn't be able to debate me. they would not be able to sit with me in the House of Parliament and debate me. They just wouldn't be able to do it. They could go to the top schools. I might not have a degree. I might not be, well versed in the English literature like they are. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm good at debating. That's one thing I'm good at. I'm good at talking and I'm good at debating. So they won't be able to come to me and step with me and talk facts like they do this mumble jumble garbage that they talk about in the House of Parliament. If you've ever seen it, I would be the most Jack Geese right there as well. Yeah. Listen, Theresa May was a G, bro. Theresa May was a G. Remember that little dance that she did? She walked on. That was a good one. I loved her for that. They won't know what to say when it makes you. They don't, bro. They don't. It's funny about the Matrix thing. And I rate Andrew Tate for one thing. He's brought this Matrix thing to light recent years. But a friend of mine actually, when Tate came on the scene recently, he was like, "Yo, this guy is talking about the Matrix." And if you're well versed with the Matrix, it's been around for a very long time. The Red Pill Nation and all that kind of stuff. People have spoke about it, in extensive detail, and I have myself as well. And it does exist, bro. It does exist. You can't deny it. We call it the Matrix, but the movie kind of explains that, in the movie, they use our bodies for heat and that's how they generate their own world and stuff. But the truth is, we're just puppets, bro. We are just puppets in this world. And we need to go out there. We need to make it. We need to do stuff. And one of the things is to try and be financially free. Once you're financially free, other doors kind of open up. And I'll tell you one thing that I did at start from a very young age, that I didn't know I was doing this, but I did it and it really helped me to develop my skills. And that was travel. Traveling is one of the best things to do, because when you go to different cultures and you see how they sit down, how they eat, how they stand up, how they do, what's currency, what kind of jobs are here, it was a big eye opener for me, traveling. Big eye opener. Anyway, logging out, Top Guy Fadi, he was my PT for over a month, helped me a lot. No bullshit, Mubarak. Respect, brother. Thank you. Anyone who's ever been a client of mine, I appreciate you, bro. And hopefully you took some value away from me, man. And that's what it's about. I can share the value, and that's the main thing. So yeah, but just going back to that point, just quickly, and then after that, I think I'm gonna log off as well. Travel. Number one thing you can do: get out there, travel. The best experience ever. Put yourself in situations which is gonna struggle to get out of, because when you struggle to get out of them, that's what's gonna teach you. I say to a friend of mine all the time, let's go over here for no apparent reason whatsoever. And he's like, what for? Bro, let's just go there. We're going to have a story to tell at the end of it. You're going to have a story. And having a story is very important. Real happy we've got a brother like you keeping it real. Give us men a voice and strength. May Allah bless you and your family. Ameen. Likewise, brother. Likewise. I try to do my best, man. But yeah, to get out there, make some stories. Like, I'll give you an example. I spoke about the jobs that I've had. I worked in restaurants, I've worked in call centers, I worked in brothels. I mean, I wasn't the pimp, but I managed the girls. And it was a big experience for me. I saw all that, at a young age. I saw it all. I saw the dynamics on how it works, crew dynamics, the guys that come in, what the girls are doing, all this. And it's life experience. Then you go and travel. You live somewhere I've lived in Pakistan for 3 years. I spent about 6 months last year in Thailand. So I learned a lot there. Always travel, always moving around. You go to America, you see what the American culture is, and you'd be very surprised that what you think of America isn't actually America. When you get there, you see that the people are very nice, they're very friendly, they're very much like us. And what you see on TV is completely different to what they portray. Okay, granted, I've only been to the main areas like New York, Miami, Las Vegas, California. They were the main states that I stayed around and have been many times. But it's amazing when you travel and you go and see it yourself. And you really do. It's a real eye-opener. Yeah, big up, bro. Was nice to have like-minded chat. Hopefully speak to you soon. Likewise, man. How'd you get rid of... Okay, I'm going to ask this one question. Nomzi Ali. Salam, brother. I'm going to ask the last question. I'm going to get off. How do you get rid of stubborn body fat? I'm 93 kg, 63 kg, muscle mass. What diet and training you suggest? First of all, I don't know how you'd weigh out, how you know you're 63 kg muscle mass. I'm assuming you've got one of those scales which you step on and it tells you the bone mass, this and that. They're never really accurate. So don't get too hung up on that. What I would, DEXA scan. Yeah, I know. I don't know how accurate they are, bro, to be honest with you. But I'll answer your question. So there's no such thing as stubborn body fat. It is just body fat. Stubborn body fat is just being Victor, Big Stone, bro. Respect. Every comment is appreciated, bro. Honestly, I know I don't say much back, but respect, man. Every single comment you do is appreciated. So going back to stubborn body fat, listen, everything is stubborn body fat. Remember, the fat burns from inside. out. So the out a bit is always going to be more stubborn because it's going to come in slowly. Once it starts oxidizing and the fat gets closer and closer to you, it starts jiggling a little bit more. The skin gets a little bit looser. You'll find it looks a bit more watery. You'll start looking worse before you look better. That's what happens. All fat is stubborn body fat. There's no such thing of it. Get that out of your head first, okay? Train hard, get on a good diet, get a good coach. You can hire me. Links in the description. You can hire me if you want. Contact me on Facebook or Instagram. I'll reply to you on there. Get a good coach, diet, training. If you need TRT, get on some TRT. Do not take fat burners. And you're only 93 kg now. Unless you're 5 foot, I'm assuming you're not fat. You know, so you're thereabouts. You're probably doing the right thing if you're training, and if you're following me, you're probably doing the right thing already. But definitely, I would suggest that you just there you go, bro. So you're 5'11", so you can't be that fat at 93 kilo. I think you might. I don't know. I haven't seen you, but I would say 85, 80 kilo might be decent enough weight for you to get down to. Belly fat, yeah, it's not stubborn fat. It's just the way the fat's deposited. That's all it is. But everyone's different. Some people hold it well. I have another client of mine who's around 5'9". He holds it well all over. That doesn't mean it's good. It's fat. It's still fat. He just holds it well. But just keep grinding, keep pushing, man. Excess cardio. Go crazy on the cardio. Don't slow down. Don't just think, do you have any schedule for your Q&A? I don't at the minute, Michael, but I'm going to try and figure one out. But yeah, don't think, oh, this is stubborn belly fat. I need to take something else for it, to do something different for it. No, it's just fat. It's all just fat. Diet, train hard, cardio. This is what I was going to say. Cardio. Do 3-4 hours of cardio a day. Why not? Go out. If you think it's stubborn, go do something to get rid of that stubbornness. Do it. Don't be scared of it, but don't burn out. Do not burn out. That's the main thing. We don't want you to burn out. Never, ever burn out. So I think that's it, guys. I know there's 9 people in the group now, so it's been good. Almost in an hour. I might just push it, see if I can just chat a little bit more for 2.5 minutes. Then I've done a full hour. That's a big thing for me. I've never done an hour on here. Michael, do you have any schedule for Q&A? No, Michael, I'm trying to think, man. I don't know what the best time is. I don't know what the best time is. How do you combine martial arts in gym? I can't find the sweet spot. What kind of martial arts are you doing first and foremost? And if you are doing some sort of martial arts, I would suggest doing them on separate days. Or if you are a proper BJJ and wrestling, okay, so that's not a bad one to combine because you're grappling, you're moving around and stuff. I would say do it on a separate day completely because it is quite taxing. So it's not you're sparring with people. With Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling, you're always grappling with other people. So there's always some sort of force pushing against you. Whereas if you were a boxer, it'd be easy for you to lift weights in the morning, box at night. When you're doing pad work or bag work, you're not really getting pushed. You can keep the pace where you want it. But if you're wrestling doing BJJ, the pace is determined by the other guy. So unless he's a very good training partner and you can tell him, look, bro, I've trained today. Let's take it a little bit easy. Let's go 50, 60%. Bit hard to gauge that. I would say try to do it on days that you're not training, and then you can kind of fill in the blanks that way. And then you're always doing something. But don't feel like you'll overtrain. I don't feel that. Make sure you eat plenty. Your nutrition is on point. And I think you can do both, man. I know many people. I know a very good friend of mine who does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Our family members, he's doing wrestling at the minute. He's doing it all. BJJ sessions and wrestlings are very high. There you go, man. So you can't be doing unless you prioritize one or the other. So you could do the BJJ first, and then in the evening, depending on when these sessions are, do a little bit of light weights. That is how I'd probably do it. Cardio, though, I would leave cardio till the end. So either doing first thing in the morning, very steady state walking. Don't tax yourself. Or right after your sessions, I'd go and do maybe half an hour walk on the treadmill, something simple like that. Don't overexert it. And that walking at the end of your sessions will help with recovery. So don't be afraid of going for a walk or doing cardio after doing wrestling or BJJ. Thank you so much. Have a good night, brother. Respect Don King. You guys as well. I think that's it. Whoa, I've done an hour now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I brought you some value. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Make sure everybody likes the chat. These are great. Thank you very much, Jester. I hope you enjoyed. Glad you enjoyed it, man. But yeah, please Whoever's left, share it as much as you can, man. Share it as much as you can. Like it. Subscribe to the page if you already haven't. And get one of these Voodoo Floss bands. Link will be in the description. Thank you very much.